All right, 3, 2,
Wait, are we starting recording?
1. Fuck!
Wait, are we?
I've already started.
Yeah, we started the recording.
Okay,
We
right,
started
I
the
started
recording.
it.
That's good
I
enough.
started it.
That's fine.
All right.
Okay.
All right, you
Right.
ready?
I'm ready to rumble.
3, 2, 1, clap.
Got him.
Okay, that was perfect. That was perfect.
That was
we're ready. We're
Guys,
ready.
we should be
We're synced
proud.
up.
We should
I'm
be
not
proud.
I'm not proud. We should have
It
done
only
it
took
before.
2 times this time.
Fucking hell, man.
We was meant to start recording at 6 o'clock. It's now 1:15.
Shut
So
up. It's not
Nah,
quarter
that's-
past. It's
that's
actually
fucking Will's fault.
6:13.
That's Will's fault.
It's not my fault.
He's never on time.
jeez, yeah, no.
Shut the fuck.
Set a time
Right.
15
Rowan,
minutes
why you
late.
gotta be so toxic for?
I know, right?
Oh
What
my
the
God.
fuck, man? Rowan's so toxic.
Right, you guys ready? Okay.
Rowan, I think I need an apology first.
What even is the topic today?
School stories.
You'll find
Yeah,
out in a minute.
say just stupid school stories.
Oh, right.
All right, you ready?
Go on.
Ooh.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the DieScum podcast. Oh, fuck, that turned me on. Liked by Charlene saying
Oh my
loved
God.
it on the last podcast. And on today's episode, we got myself, Lazy the Sandwich, aka Dan. Hello, what up? What do you do? We got Roro Roda, aka Rowan.
He needs to
Whoop,
apologise to me.
We
Oh,
got-
nah.
oh, fuck. We got FS Madness, aka
Yeah,
Adam.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Boo.
And
Fuck
we
you,
got Slippy Dick, or you changed
Whatever.
your
We don't
name?
even know. My name hasn't
Well,
been
Will.
decided.
We got
He's
one.
anonymous.
What name?
Will.
He's anonymous. We got
I'm
Will
known.
and Chad.
I'm nameless.
Will
Alright.
Chan.
Will Chan.
Will
Chad
Chan.
Will.
We got
Alpha Will.
We got the Alpha Chad Will.
Alpha Chad Will. Anti-simp. The
Alpha
anti-simp.
Chad Will.
Poggers.
Pog.
I am the anti-simp. Who says poggers in real life unironically, bruh?
Yo, that's kind of weird, Chad.
Bruh.
If you
I
say
know.
poggers.
It's kind of poggers if you say poggers.
Shut
Yeah,
the
no.
fuck up. If you say poggers,
Jeez.
in order to say poggers, you have to have not left your house in the past 3 days at least.
Do you want me
shit.
to leave the fucking house then?
I left my house just a minute ago, man. I got McDonald's.
Well, in that
Alright,
case,
rub it
McDonald's
in,
is
man.
your house as well. Fat cunt.
Right, I'm out this
Right.
bitch.
School stories.
School stories. Whoop. Yep.
School
Ugh.
stories.
Yep. He wants to take the lead.
I have scarred memories from school.
Yeah, I think we all do at some point.
But
There
no,
was
man.
there was a kid at my school who hissed at people unironically. He would run up to people.
Reminds
And
me of someone.
I think everyone
Are
had
you,
that
are
one
you
kid in
thinking who
their
I'm
school.
thinking, Rowan?
The bird.
But
Well, and he
Bird.
screams like a bird.
oh shit!
Yeah.
Everyone has that one kid in their school
Yeah.
who's just mega weird.
Just
Like his parents are usually
just constantly going around like that.
But this kid would like pretend to be a snake basically.
like
and just run
sunlight.
up to people.
Oh no, you can't talk about that one, Adam. That was a bit yeah.
What?
That's a bit. I'm not talking about
let's
it.
not talk about that one.
Yeah.
Well, you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to talk about it for a little bit, and
No,
then I'm not going to talk about
Adam
it.
was the one which brought it up.
No.
No.
just no. Imagine that in the court. Did you commit this murder?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
I believe you.
Murder.
Bitch, this bitch innocent. Anyway, so who wants to take the lead? Who thinks they've got a good, decent story to start off with?
I
Lazy
literally
the
just
savage.
said that there was a kid in my school who hissed at people. That's a good enough story, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carry
Go
on.
for it.
Yeah, so he hissed at people. There we go.
Woo!
Great
Great story,
Fucking shit
boys.
story, man. Come on.
Let's go. Great story.
Piss the bed.
Is that it? Is that it?
He ran around.
Is
at
that
lunch.
literally it?
No, he ran around at lunch, and then like anyone who he didn't like.
I
he'd
bet he
just
ran
hiss at
around
them.
like looking like a T-Rex type person.
He did the
with his
Naruto
arms.
run. He did
Oh.
he unironically did the Naruto
For
run.
fuck's sake.
I mean, here's an actually deep story. There was this guy in my form who he was a little bit of a druggie, but so basically, and the reason I bring that up is because the school didn't really like him because they knew about it. And they kind of like wanted to find an excuse to expel him because he had warnings and shit like that. But they couldn't really do much because all of the stuff that he did most of the time was outside of school. Anyway, so he was also a little bit of a party guy. And this one time, this was in like year 9. This one time he went to this party, and him and this one girl, they did a little bit of the love making, and basically.
I love the
'cause
way you described it. Just a little bit of a love making.
A little
like,
bit
that's
of
a bit
the- a little
creepy
bit
at
of-
Bit
all.
of a love me.
a little bit of
bit of a
love.
a
Mm.
little bit of a.
A little bit of and basically her parents found out, and she didn't want her parents to, I guess, think of her differently or something. I don't really know, but basically, long story short, she accused this guy who was in my form of raping her, and it got to the school and they expelled him even though she had no proof. And and in the end, basically, it turned out that the only reason why she accused him of raping her was because she didn't want her parents to find out, or to kind of like know that she was willingly, I guess, sexually active
A
at that
slag.
age. Yeah, she was a bit of a slag.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay, that's
so
a
yeah,
bit
everyone
of a
hated her.
shitty sort of thing to do, but you know.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
yeah. So don't
See-
accuse people of shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I think the only like memorable and clear moment I remember in my school, which was like really funny, but like
Was when you got
the
bullied.
school. No. Basically, so there was this one person who was well, let's just say he was more of the destructive kind, but out of nowhere in year 10 going to year 11, like I'm pretty sure every single school does this. They have a prefect system.
Oh, fuck that shit, man. Right,
yeah.
yeah. You're the
So-
type of person to be a prefect.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't.
are the
So
type of person.
All of you, I shall
so
be
basically,
a prefect.
this person who was like a disruptive, I wouldn't say he was bad, but like he was like the jokey-ish sort of guy who
He's
would
a bad
always
boy.
like make fun of people or whatever. Basically, he signed up to be a prefect, so he got through. He actually somehow became a prefect. Bear in mind, he's a person who does the substances.
Why'd you say it like that, huh? Why'd you say it like
And,
that, huh?
He does the drugs.
He does a
does
little
the
bit of the
drugs.
weeds.
And basically,
Marijuanas.
well, I think he did at least, or he was surrounded in that group which did it.
Allegations.
So I'm not saying he did do it,
Allegedly.
but he was, yeah, allegedly. And basically, because everyone found it so funny how that he somehow managed to get into the prefect, everyone there was like this massive vote like at the end of the year of who gets to be the head boy.
God.
So
Bro,
ironically,
you're the fucking head boy, man. Fuck yourself.
ha ha. So ironically, everyone voted for him as a joke, and literally it was just the funniest shit ever. Just having him like literally the absolute opposite person of what you'd expect to be a head boy at the very top, and then like the school's like trying to think of an excuse not to have him there because they wanted someone else to be up there. Who was
I think I know who you're on about.
because they wanted someone else who was more sensible in what their eyes would have been a good head boy. And then right before he got selected, even though he was miles upon like winning,
Yeah.
he got in the fight.
Yeah.
He basically he got in a fight with someone else because this other guy slept with his bird. So basically,
Yikes.
so
That's
they went
funny.
to so obviously because both of these guys were like pretty much popular, everyone knew who they were. They was like, oh, let's get them together, and somehow managed to get them in the same park together. And literally this guy who was going to be the head boy one punched him and he was knocked out on the floor, and it was absolutely brilliant because everyone else was there, and basically there's so many people filming it, and like they got it all in slow motion and everything. It was like the funniest shit ever because you could see the whole ripples of his face, and basically because everyone recorded it, the school found out, and unfortunately he didn't get head boy for that, but like it was still an accomplishment for our year
Worth.
to get him up there, I'd say. I
Worth.
think. Yeah, it was 100% worth.
Here's a story. There was a kid that got bullied a lot. Fuck you. There was this kid who got bullied. No, this story is actually horrible. I mean, like, I guess when you're not the guy, it's funny because of how horrible it is. But basically, this guy got bullied a lot because I don't know, like I don't know if there was anything wrong with him, but I don't know. I guess he was like really, really awkward. But basically
Just
these
extremely
guys,
shy.
not extremely shy, but he was like, I don't know, I guess a bit slow. And because of that, these guys went and bullied him and took the piss out of him. But like this one time, they took it to the next extreme. Like in our school, there was this cafeteria where people would buy stuff, like sandwiches and sausage rolls and stuff. And the guy went and bought a sandwich, and the people who went and bullied him, they went and did this fucking horrible thing. They went and took his sandwich and threw it in the bin. But then, it's not. No, it's
boys, you never guess what Lazy's doing right now.
Yeah. He's lazy is literally getting on the floor right now. He's about to do 5 push-ups. 2, 3, 4, 5. Here he is. What a lad.
Hey, gotta get them push-ups in.
Oh, that's funny.
But anyway, they went and took his sandwich and threw it in the bin. But then, like, one thing they do is they always kind of like, I guess, they bully him, but they act like buddy to him as well, like friends. You know what I mean? And after that, they went and they got the sandwich out of the bin. I think they gave it to him afterwards, and then they went and told him to go apologize to the cafeteria lady for throwing his sandwich in the bin. Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be so embarrassing. Imagine like going up, Miss, I'm so sorry. My sandwich got thrown in the bin. Like, imagine what the response from a cafeteria lady would be. Well there, Jimmy. You're fucking no. I
don't really think like I don't know if he really like comprehended the shit that was going on, like because he
just thought it was
cry or
normal.
anything. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, goddamn. Like
It
I
probably
would've hated to be-
occurred so often. He just thought it was just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I guess he got like a bit of because they added because they acted buddy towards him. He was like he had like a slight amount of kind of like I guess weird popularity from it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean?
So basically, what you're trying to say is that because of how often he was picked on, everyone knew who he was.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he didn't really talk to anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there you go. Kid gets
Fair
bullied,
enough.
gets his sandwich thrown in the bin. Bullies get the sandwich out of the bin, give it back to him, and make him apologize to the lunch ladies
I got
for
a story
throwing
from
their
the
bin away.
cafeteria.
Go on.
Oh.
So, so we had this. I think it was year 10 at the start of year 10. We got this new rule put into our school that we're not allowed to take food outside of the cafeteria for some reason. So we
such
weren't
bullshit.
allowed to eat outside. If we wanted
That's
to eat, we had to
BS.
eat and sit down in the cafeteria. So everyone would just try and sneak out food. There was this like lunch lady who kept on like standing next to the door and checking everyone's hand. So my friend goes up and he's like, "Can I please take this outside?" And then she was like, "No, because it has packaging on it." And then he was like, "All right." And we had these things. It's like a little bowl, and there was like nachos in there with like the sauce on them. So he was like, "All right, if I'm not allowed the packaging," he poured all the nachos into his hand with the sauce. And he tried to walk out, and it didn't work. So he was just standing there with his hands full of nachos. And
I can only imagine the smell.
he just didn't know what to do. He was like, "Right, well, I'm fucked." Like, what's
Oh
another?
gosh.
That reminds me also, there was this one time, so basically, I don't know if you guys had a field in your school where everyone would play football and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically, the way it worked in our one is like the different parts of the field. They weren't designated by the teachers, but like the different years had like an agreement between each other that like year 10s would like stay in this part of the field, and then like year 11, blah blah blah, and like all the different years
every
would
single
kind of
school
like
has
segregate.
like that zone of like
Yeah.
who stays where, and like it's like illegal to go into that zone
Exactly,
if you're not in that
exactly.
year.
Yeah, well,
unless if
this
you're,
one
like, good
time,
mates.
Oh, no, I guess I need to add more context. The year 7s at the time, I think we were in year 9 at that time. They were fucking dickheads, all of them. I don't know if it's like a universal thing, but all year 7s are fucking dickheads. And basically, they took our ball, or at least they tried to take our. Oh wait, no, or was it we took their ball? I don't remember. I think no, actually we took their ball. We took their ball, and then it turned into I guess year 7s versus year 9 football match, and one of the guys in our year, he was like really big for a year 9.
Oh yeah.
Well, he was really tall as well, but he was like kind of like, I guess, fat big. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, like I guess the leader of the year 7s, the one who was like most hated by everyone because of how cocky this little shit was. He got the ball and he wanted to run it all the way up to the goal, but then this big guy, he ran at him and fucking swept him off his feet.
Perfect.
And
Like
this
a
kid
fucking
flew.
bowling pin, man.
Yeah, like his he
Strike.
did a flip. He did a fucking flip, and then he started crying to the teachers. But because the teachers all hated him as well, like they didn't do anything. And the guy who went and swept him off his feet was one of the guys who was like always in trouble anyway. But the teachers didn't even get him in trouble this time because they just didn't like the kid. So they were just like, oh, okay, just don't do that again, blah, blah, blah. Even though this kid literally just got fucking flipped on his head whilst playing football.
Oh my god.
But yeah, there we go.
I've got another funny one. So, I'm not sure, you may remember this, Adam, from our school. So basically, there was this one teacher who was a substitute teacher, and basically, no one really liked him. He was like a really like tall, sort of lanky bloke who had like a bald patch on the top of his head, and basically, he really hated the band called G Unit.
Oh yeah.
Never heard
And
of that band.
he I haven't really listened to their music, but he hated it. So everyone who would just shout at him, go G-Unit,
Yeah, I remember
literally
him.
towards him, and he would lose his shit.
I'd
Like
go,
honestly,
unit.
yeah, that's it. And this one time, another one from my year shouted it at him, and he charged him and he fully smacked him in the face. I was like, what the fuck? Basically, and then as the teacher walked off, basically after assaulting a minor, he had an apple on in his hand, and he yeeted it and smacked him in the back of his head, and it exploded. I am telling you now, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Just a teacher who was extremely pissed off just to see that apple explode on the back of his head. It was just perfect. I'm telling you now, it's the best sight I've ever seen in my life.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds fun.
It was so
We had a
funny.
paedophile in our school.
Oh, you got a I want to hear that. I want to hear the pedophile.
I wasn't so I joined my school in secondary school, but the paedophile was in the primary school, and it was like a couple of years before I went and joined. But the people who were in my year, they got taught by him, and they talked about how he was really touchy with all the kids, and then eventually, I don't know if he got reported or whatever, but basically he became a convicted paedophile and is now in prison.
Yeah.
Because
We
he
had
fiddled
one of
some
those in
kids.
our school as well. We
Yep.
had one who was sentenced to like 10 years in prison.
I swear he was like the RE teacher, wasn't
No, the RE teacher died. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened.
Oh fuck! What
he?
the
Yeah,
fuck?
he died, didn't he?
No, you're
the
thinking of the
fuck is wrong with
CDT,
you?
sorry.
Oh yeah, the CDT teacher. Yeah, he died of like a heart attack or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there was one teacher who had like anger management issues. Who he
Oh,
was
food
known
tech
for
teacher, then.
throwing. He was known for throwing things at kids, and like I guess the biggest incident was he went and threw a chair at one of the kids.
There's been accusations of one of our old CDT teachers who hit a student with a rolling pin.
Yikes.
I think that's so funny. I know it's horrible, but it's just so funny.
Right.
Oh my god.
So, lazy.
I got one. So we had this kid in our school.
Excuse me.
Good old David. So in year 7, like first day, he was like, you could tell he's gonna be like a fucking crackhead when he grows up, like a full-on drug dealer doing drugs, like going on 3-day benders, like doing cocaine.
That's just the norm for you anyway, isn't it?
True, but like he was like next level of that. But
Did you kiss this guy?
no.
Not yet.
So
Not yet.
So
funny.
in year 9, he started like proper misbehaving, turning up drunk into school,
No
shit like
Mm.
that. So one day he literally walks through the gate with a bottle of wine in his hand, and then starts chugging it. He like stands at this table, starts chugging it in front of all the teachers, and then the teachers start chasing him, and they go on like a whole run around the whole school. Like this kid's like fly up like upstairs and then going downstairs all around the school, and then it was like to the point where he was so drunk he just passed out, and then got kicked out of school.
That's pretty funny.
Amazing.
Not gonna
And-
lie.
We
now he's a drug dealer. He's been to juvie 3 times.
oh
Can
jeez.
you send me his number? No.
Oh, you wanna have a little kiss as well?
To be
Damn,
fair, I saw
son.
him the other day, so that was fun.
Fair enough. Oh, I think another time. Oh, so we had this app. You know, like, do you have like, or did you have one of these teachers who was like just so chilled? No matter what conversation you can have with them, it would just be so chilled out. So we had one of these teachers who was just so chilled. He was Canadian, and he was just one of the funniest. Like I classify him as a lad, to be fair, because he was just that much of a level. And it was so funny because I assume your school had a prom just like every other one,
No,
Oh, yeah.
and your school didn't have a prom.
no, it didn't.
Why?
That's a lie.
I don't know. I mean, it's all right. It's all right. I wouldn't have had anyone to go to prom with at that time anyway. So, rip.
Either way, it was so funny because this teacher, he was literally just a lad, and everyone loved him, and he ended up bringing alcohol, or allegedly bringing alcohol, to the prom, and like everyone got shit faced, and then apparently the after prom parties got a bit wild. Bear in mind, apparently some teachers went to the students' prom parties and just
What?
got apparently some from what I heard.
Apparently, it's quite.
Some of the teachers went to the after prom parties and got fucked up. And there's also another video where our head of year got slapped in the arse in slow motion.
That's
and they
pretty
played
funny.
it. And then they played it the next day in our leavers assembly, and it was the funniest shit ever.
Was it a male or a female?
Female.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Yeah.
You say that you
On the
you say
personal
like
level?
you're very
Once or
familiar
twice.
with who she is.
I've been out with her once or twice. I don't know.
I'm pretty familiar. I mean,
Pretty familiar.
Ooh.
Oh,
How
yeah.
familiar are you with her?
Do you know her ins and outs?
I mean, I've sat in a room with her on my own before.
Oh.
Suspension. Fucking the amount of times I've been suspended or like kicked out of school for a few days. Man, I was a cunt in school. There was this one time I got sent out of school for like, I think it was 2 weeks.
Naughty boy.
Yeah, man.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I was sent to the
Why?
school down the end.
That's
of-
pretty. That's
Oh.
pretty long for.
I
our
was sent
school.
out to the other school, if you know what I
What
mean.
did you
around
do?
Our rivals.
Was you?
Yeah.
What did you do, boy? What'd you do?
I was involved in a terrible story about one of our head offices in our
Go on.
school, like
Go
our
on.
head of
Yeah.
year. And I don't want to go into detail about
Well,
the
I
story.
want you to go into detail.
No, not. I don't remember the story anyway. But
Yes,
it's
you
about-
do. That's
It's
bullshit.
It's about like, our head of year's like. We're talking about our head of year's husband and stuff like that.
Oh.
Taking a piss out of there. Do you remember this, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't talk about that.
Yeah, I know.
Why? What the fuck?
Yeah. I can't
Okay, can you
remember.
tell me
I wanna
afterwards?
know.
You could talk about another story about the guy in the bikini.
Oh no.
Can you?
No. But
What the
basically,
fuck
yeah.
is this? This is such a shit podcast.
basically,
Oh, remember this thing? Remember this thing that happened? Oh, I
The
can't
thing
talk
is,
about that. I
it's
can't
so
talk about
personal, and the
It's
thing
too
is,
personal, man.
it's yeah. Some things you just can't say.
Yeah, and so yeah, this person made the story, and I was involved in it. I don't want to tell you how I was involved because that's a bit fucking shit as well. But yeah, it ended up basically being surfaced all over Facebook, and it got found by like all the teachers, and the teachers had to read it word by word in front of all of us. So they're like, the teacher that we were talking about was reading it to us. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, talking about, like, our teacher's, like, husband was sitting on the train playing bingo.
What was can you tell me what exactly was in this? What was in the thing that was written about the teacher?
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably not
Stuff
best
like that, you know, like.
Oh
my.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also had a teacher at our school who was I'm thinking very sensible. He was not right in the head. Basically, he wasn't a person who thinks straight.
Is it the food tech teacher?
Yes. So basically, this teacher who couldn't think straight, who had
he had like strokes or something.
He had a stroke when he was a lot younger, which caused him to do. Sometimes he would dribble your food, basically.
There was a few times, yeah. We were doing like a pizza class, we were doing like a fruit salad class and stuff. And every time he said fruit salad, it was like, "Alright, guys, you make a fruit salad," and he fucking spit into people's food, not realizing because he was like, "Okay,
did not
guys,
eat
we
any
need
food
to,
from
today we're
food
making
tech.
some ice cream," and this time, right. We were
I feel
tasting
bad.
ice cream, right? We were doing like taste tests for different ice creams. And it was the funniest fucking shit ever. He took a spoonful of ice cream, and he pretty much just malfunctioned for a few seconds. I think it's because he had a brain freeze. He was like, "Okay, guys, you need to eat your ice cream," and he ate it. And he was like, you need to eat your ice cream, and like the whole class just started laughing. He's like, "Oh guys, you need to eat your ice cream." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake."
I feel bad talking about it, but like when you're there, you can't help but laugh. Like even some of the teachers would laugh about it. Like that's like, it's hard. It's like there's this one.
Guy.
So with this guy, basically everyone knew who he was, and everyone knew how like. What Adam just described, he would always dribble in your food and stuff. And I don't know what was going through his mind, but he also decided to make a YouTube channel where he would post videos of him cooking with the students, alright?
MLG.
So, and
MLG
some of the students
just quick shots with dribble. He dribble.
It's not even that. Some of the students would make MLG versions. Bear in mind, this was like 2015, 2014, when MLG shit was like really popular, like a like that sort of shit. And it was like everything, like all the quick scopes, like the hit markers, everything, all the colourful shit. It was like the best videos, and they would be removed within the first day of them being uploaded, and there were 7 versions of them. Why? Because I think those being uploaded honestly gave him depression.
Yeah, but why were they removed though? How would they remove it?
I don't know. Reported it or something.
Report for what? What reporting? Fucking MLG?
I don't know, but somehow they got removed. I don't know how they got removed, but they did. But they were the funniest videos ever because it was just talking about normal food stuff. I mean, it's like
let me have a look.
Nice. It was just like he pushes down the rolling pin. It's like the massive explosion or something like that. It's just. These were the times back in the day, honestly.
Back in the day, what, you fucking boomer?
Honestly, but school back then was like so much better compared from what I've heard of what it is like now.
What is it like now then?
Just like year 7s are like the ones who dominate. Apparently.
Yeah.
Like
that.
before, I remember when I went into year 7, I was scared shitless of all the year.
No, year 7s don't dominate shit.
Removed.
Huh?
Year 7s don't dominate shit.
Yeah, but the year 7s are just cocky as shit now. Apparently,
they're
They
cocky.
just do anything.
But you know, they just get put in their place. That's what happens. That's the cycle
Yeah.
of life.
I'll show you a
Fair enough.
picture.
Is Adam
Got any more
you getting up a
stories?
photo of him?
Yeah, look at the Discord. That's his.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
No! No!
You can see he just spits in food.
I feel bad.
No.
I feel
I know. I feel bad too.
I think it's hilarious, but I feel bad as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's something which you laugh at, but you feel bad for like. It's like you have the instant reflex of laughing, but you know deep down you are like you're one.
You're
It's
to
horrible
hell.
for
You're
laughing.
going to hell.
You're going to hell.
Oh no!
Oh fuck! I thought I found an
I
analogy
can't
for it.
believe. I literally told myself I was not gonna talk about this, but I'm sorry. It came
Just
out.
slipped out
Like,
of you.
I-
You just
I-
dribbled it out.
Oh my God.
No. Oh, tell you what though, Adam. Do you remember like back in the day?
Shut the
So
fuck up.
there's like a caretaker.
I don't know.
There's a caretaker who's like a really young lad, like young, sort of not too tall with a beard. Basically, he became my college tutor. Like, imagine like it was just so weird thinking that like the caretaker at my old school is now the teacher as well.
Exhilarating stories with
I
Rowan.
know.
Caretaker
Dun, dun,
becomes
dun.
my form tutor. Whoa, MLG shit.
Bam, 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 bam. Anyway, anyone else got any intriguing stories? These can be about college as well.
Breaking news:
Alright.
Adam has
The
AIDS.
FS Madness segment.
FS
Alright.
Madness
FS
has
Segment
AIDS.
segment.
Segment over. All right.
There we go.
That was the 2 seconds of.
Oh, I
FS
got a
Madness.
fucking brilliant story from school,
Oh,
man.
there we go.
There we go.
Wait, one sec. Right, so right, so we had this shitty old PE fucking like pop-up tent for like the PE lessons.
Yeah.
And I remember because like all the classes had to be put in that one to be put into like separate groups, and I remember seeing little Rhoda.
Oh, you talked about this last time.
Nah, but you're just a fucking nonce, man.
I was a nonce when I was, what, 13? Yeah, that makes sense.
It's possible. It's possible. Oh my god, there was a guy in my old school. We were in year 12, and what age are you in year 12? Forgot.
13, 14.
No, you're
12.
not. What the
No,
fuck?
you're
Year
12.
12.
You're
Are you
like
fucking
17,
serious?
16.
17, 18.
17.
Sorry, year 12.
18,
Year 12.
Oh, sorry.
17,
I was thinking. Yeah,
20.
okay, sorry. Year 12, you're 17, turning 18. 17, sometimes turning 18, depending when
Yeah.
you're born.
17. No, it's 16, isn't
No,
it?
16. 17.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Yeah, I was thinking 17 is a bit weird, because this guy, he was dating a 13-year-old. He was 16.
Yikes.
16 dating
That.
a 13. What year is that? Year 9? Year 9?
Yeah, I think that is year 9.
Oh, that's
Oh,
grim.
yeah.
Yeah, that is, because you're 11 in year 7, 12.
Rowan, you've done that
yeah.
fucking loads of times. Come on.
We're
Fuck off,
exposed.
no, I have not.
Rowan, have you even
Just
lost
to
your
clarify,
virginity yet?
no, I haven't.
Rowan, have you
just-
lost your
just-
virginity yet?
Okay, Adam.
Oh.
you can stop bringing this up because it's not a joke anymore,
Why?
Adam.
Why is it not a joke?
What? Because it's happened.
Virginity
No,
rocks.
It hasn't. It hasn't.
Rowan, virginity
It
rocks. It's
hasn't,
okay.
though.
Right, Adam. Do you want to stop being a dick and just stop making shit up? All right.
Virginity rocks. It's cool. It's okay.
I don't believe you, man.
Oh,
Well, Adam. Bear in mind that you have not seen me in how. Oh, actually, no.
I
You
saw
saw me
you
the
the
other
other
day. Oh,
He's got detachment issues. Don't worry.
Right. Well, you saw me for 10 seconds the other day.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
virginity
Give me a
rocks.
boner.
It's cool. It's cool. Virginity is cool.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you gonna be so toxic?
You are toxic, Adam.
I'm fine, man.
All right, guys, let's break it up. All right.
I'm trying to think of some shit which I can make up about you now.
Virginity
That's what
rocks.
they call it. That's what they call it. Drugs being a version of rock and roll.
What, right,
Wait,
you're trying to
I've
find
got a
some shit
video. I've got a
about me?
topical video.
Good luck.
Yeah. Anyway, anyone else got interesting stories?
Ooh.
College stories.
College stories.
I'm trying to find. Wait,
Just a bunch of drugs.
damn.
We have a alleyway called the Coke Alley. That's where we do the cocaine.
We had the crack den.
Yep.
Nice. All good. Nice to see that the college is supporting the druggies.
Yeah, we I don't know if I've told this one. Have I told the one where this guy came into the smoking cage and basically we usually have this vape and has THC in it, the extract you get from weed.
Yeah, which gets you
Weed.
Yeah.
Weed be like, bruh.
Pussy marijuana.
And then so he came into college and then he was like, "Yo, I got this new batch," but he didn't realize it was pure. It was like pure spice, if you know what that means.
Yeah, man.
It was like pure spice. So he was just like hanging around cage, and spice is like very strong. It's like
Yeah.
it gets you fucked up. And he was just passing it around the cage. Everyone's like taking 5 or 10 puffs each, and everyone at once just fucking dropped to the ground. Like, not even a fucking joke. Everyone just dropped.
What, like
went
bowling pins.
pale. Yeah, they all went pale, dropped to the ground. We had to start dragging people out of college by their fucking arms and hands. It was the funniest shit ever. It was like I had to carry this guy in my hands to the fucking toilet, and then I was just standing there making sure he was alright. I was like knocking at the door. He was like, "Mate, you're right." He was like, "Yeah, I'm taking a shit."
Please go away.
Guys, check out the video that I sent in the Discord.
Yeah,
Can we like not do this, okay, and leave this for afterwards, for after the
Jeez, cool.
podcast, because you're sort of distracted with the fact that we're talking about school stories.
That is cool.
Anyway, basically, I think I talked about this before, but like I'd always just like come into college absolutely pissed like the next day, like going on from like the story from the other day
Naughty
where
boy.
the other week where I got home at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I had to wake up at 7 o'clock to go into college the next day, and it's so funny because like all the teachers just get so pissed off at us. They just let us go to Mackey's and all that other shit. It was like just so perfect. Like imagine like going to school.
What year is this?
Oh, sorry, college. Absolutely just hungover and just pissed. And like the teachers like
right across like the road, so
You get hungover.
across the road.
You would get You would get hangover in college. That's like the time that you don't get hungover.
yeah.
You don't get
Wow.
shit. You're like fine. You're completely fine. You're not like some 30-year-old man.
College, man.
Unless you've had so much to the point where you're just like vomiting still on the next day.
Yeah, but
Oh
like,
shit! My mum's back. She's gonna say something. I bet.
gotta-
Watch this.
you
I
gotta-
don't know
you
where
gotta
you're
get
going with
fucked
this.
And then go to a lecture and then...
Well, the thing is, I've gone into college so many times, absolutely pissed on Fridays and shit because of student night, and it's all of our teachers just expected us to be pissed on Fridays. It was just the funniest shit ever. But like they just be prepared, just to let us go. Like they leave the doors on purposely open for us just in case we need to run to the bathroom, and it was just so perfect. Even though like we had like A levels and shit coming up, it was just it was
What the fuck school
perfect.
did you go to? That sounds so fucked up.
What do you mean? College.
College. What school? What college did you go to?
I'm not saying what college I went to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Collage.
College. You went to.
You
Gaston.
bear in mind, Lazy is streaming this live, so we got to be careful with what we say,
Oh, yeah.
especially when it comes to personal shit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
B,
Drugs,
this is going on
tits,
YouTube.
Dicks.
Peninsulas.
Penis.
Oh.
No.
Anyway,
Nuts.
Anyone else got funny stories or anything?
Funny story.
I just dropped my Vaseline.
Your
That's
Vaseline.
a hilarious
Just,
story.
just to let you know,
Great story.
Oh, why do you have Vaseline?
because I like throwing it around. I don't know.
Is that the only reason?
Yeah.
Lube.
No, Vaseline is.
I
shit
got lube. I got wait.
Vaseline is
Be,
shit lube.
be right back. I gotta check. What
You
flavors of
actually-
lube I got.
You've got lube. Why am I not surprised? Is he
What do you
actually going
have?
to get
What do you
lube?
have, huh? Spit.
Me?
What do you have? Spit.
What?
All right. Well. So I got two lubes.
Okay.
One is
Use them for yourself, right?
saucy strawberry.
Oh.
Why'd you have it
And then
flavored?
the other one is cheeky cherry.
Why'd you have it flavored? Do you like to lick it off yourself?
Should I take a
Take
fat hit?
taste it. Taste
You've
your own lube.
Fat hit
Oh,
of
gosh.
cheeky cherry. Yeah, let's go.
Loving it. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Wait, it tastes like
He's literally just drinking lube out the bottle.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It tastes good.
What
it
the
tastes
fuck?
good.
What?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You know when you go like to an airport and then you buy them like Hubba Bubbas, like them roll
Yeah.
up chewing gums. It tastes like that.
Wouldn't fucking go and eat that shit though.
Now you know. The thing is that now I can just out of context say that you know the taste of lube, and
Is it not like really thick? Can you? It's really disturbing to watch you eating it. It's
Yo, let's try the strawberry one. I'm gonna try the
what?
saucy strawberry.
I.
Oh,
fuck is
that's
wrong with you?
nice.
oh,
Jesus
That's
Christ.
actually really good.
disgusting.
Oh
That's
my
actually
gosh.
really good.
That's disgusting.
So for people on YouTube who aren't watching this live on Lazy
Lazy has
stream,
just
just to
fucking
give you a bit of context,
drank some
Lazy
lube.
decided to get
Actual
some Durex
Durex
lube out,
lube.
and he decided to taste it, and now he's drinking it straight from a bottle.
Disgusting.
That-
This
is that-
this
that
my
can't be
lunch
healthy for
the
you.
neck. Yeah. Well, you suck dick with lube on it, so
Yeah.
I
you
imagine
suck
it's
dick?
You suck
edible.
dick.
No, but
Is that?
Hey, here comes that gay guy who you made out
Fuck's
with.
sake.
That's why he got that fucking flavour, because he likes the flavour. He doesn't
He
like
likes the
of
flavour.
cock, apparently.
He
My
he
friend
doesn't
actually
he doesn't
gave it
want
to
the
me on
guys
my
who come
17th.
over. He doesn't want the guys to come over with their own lube, so he uses ones that he likes the taste of, so that he.
I bet he's got condoms as well, man.
Well, no, why does it? You, know,
I might actually. I
you
don't know,
can't
somewhere.
you can't
Fuck.
get
That's
pregnant.
pretty standard.
Guys
though.
can't get pregnant, so it's fine.
Wow.
Well, you never know. What if you were transgender?
Transgenders can't get.
Fun fact: I've
pregnant.
never actually used lube. I just have it because
Well,
my friend.
Why
gave
do you
to
have
me.
it? What the fuck?
My friend thought it would be funny to give it for me for my 17th birthday. So
Your 17th,
yeah.
little boy.
Little boy.
That is so creepy, boy. Little boy.
Little boy.
Come here! I got lube.
Panda has just
One
asked,
day,
did you
little
ever
boy
use
drank
it for the
some
real
lube.
purpose?
I'm actually gonna keep drinking it because
What the
But
fuck?
no,
for
that's
irony.
That's
How much?
just weird.
How much for you to
can't
drink
do
the whole
that.
bottle?
Whole bottle.
Yeah.
50
I will.
quid
I will
right now.
sub you. Well, I'll sub with
Oh,
my
he's
Twitch
actually doing
Prime.
it.
I will sub with
Ten-
my Twitch Prime this month.
10 subs. 10 subs, and I'll drink the whole bottle.
I'll use my free Twitch Prime subscription if you drink the whole bottle.
Nah, it has to be more. It has to be more than that.
I'll give
It has to
you.
be 10
The,
subs.
the fact you're considering,
$50.
I think a
$50.
bit. I'm more worried the fact you're considering drinking a whole bottle of
It
lube.
tastes good.
I think that's a sign. It's a sign. It's an indicator.
I'm just in disbelief of you right now, Dan.
Dan,
Why?
lazy the lube drinker,
The master of
the lube master.
Lube the savage.
master. I've got
Lube.
the lube and I got the what was it? I got the power of God and lube on my side.
Lube
Oh
man,
no.
lube man, coming to a cinema near you this summer. Lube man, lube man,
3D.
Starring Daniel Craig.
Daniel
starring
Craig.
Dan, the lube master, and Strawberry Lube,
Love sex. Durex
oldest
plan.
man, drink.
Oh,
all the
aye,
lube.
Anyway, so we're coming up to what, 45 minutes. So I reckon we can I reckon we've milked the stories pretty good. So
Lazy,
far.
can you gift me a bunch of channel points?
How the fuck do I do that?
I don't know. Just give me a bunch of channel points.
Wait, can you actually give channel points?
I think you can.
No, it's
Why,
only.
why am I still drinking it? Fuck's sake.
Stop drinking.
So weird.
I know,
Why
right?
are you
What the
actually
fuck?
drinking
Panda,
that
Panda,
shit?
clip this.
That's not healthy.
Panda,
for sure.
clip Lazy drinking lube.
That cannot be healthy at all.
Fuck that, man.
What's the ingredients in it?
Lube.
Can you read them out?
Ingredients.
Lube is the main ingredient in lube.
Cheeky cherry is a smooth and fruity sugar-free pleasure gel.
Pleasure gel. that makes it so
Ooh.
fucking
Can ease vaginal dryness.
vaginal dryness. Pronounce it
vaginal
right.
dryness and intimate discomfort.
This accent is triggering me so hard, said Panda. What do you mean? What accent?
Warning: use as directed. It is not a contraceptive. Doesn't contain. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. And may slow sperm down.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Lazy is
Avoid
now
contact
infertile.
with eyes, broken skin, and wounds. If you experience irritation, stop use.
I'm irritated from watching you drink that shit.
Not a food, but safe to consume. So, there you go. Case closed.
Like, your accent isn't that
I'm
extreme, but your
concerned for
friend's
you.
accent is coffin please. Who's your friend? I want to find out whose accent this guy is triggered by.
I'm very concerned for you because you seem like you're getting addicted to drinking lube.
This guy, you will forever be known
gonna
as
have
that guy who
withdrawals.
drank lube.
You know what? I'll ship you just gallons of it.
Oh yeah, have you seen them like massive tubs of lube? Give me one of those, but like, give me the apple flavor. I want to see what apple tastes like.
Apples. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
I'm gonna get you lube for in fact, yeah, what the fuck? I'm not gonna subscribe. I can't tell you two
fuck that.
apart. Who's you two? I feel this. I'm
just
so
sub right-
curious by this
Wait.
Panda guy, mate. Lazy. I'm looking at your chat more than you
Sub
are.
right now. Sub right now, and I'll do both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
anyway,
you better
let's
start getting used to that.
let's leave the whole Twitch scene and go back towards the actual
Yeah.
podcast.
This is turning into
because,
Pornhub.
Yeah, I think we should.
You're licking
end
your
it right
fingers,
there.
you fucking disgusting.
Coming up to 50 minutes, guys.
caveman.
Yeah.
Um,
What else am I gonna do?
Fuck's
Wipe it.
So,
Wait, we ended the podcast?
lazy. Yeah, I think we may as well because we have milked the stories out as much as we can. Adam,
Mate, Lazy's gonna be milking something else a
Alright,
bit
you
later
ready?
with that fucking lube.
take it away, boys.
Oh, lazy drinks lube. And
Lazy
he likes
lube
it up his
drinker.
bum. Rowan's mum. She likes to drink cum. Willy Willy. Stick it up my bum.
What the fuck?
I don't know what's going on. I think we are fucking done.
That rhymes.
End. Of the story.
Roro be
Boys,
smelly, that's
give it
right.
up.
Well done, boys. Another classic tune to end with.
Hell yeah.
Guys, don't forget.
Can we
Make
get
sure you beg Lazy to get a PO box to send him Durex lube.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
just
coming
send
next week.
no Lazy, you need to make a
Sub for sub.
fuck. Dan, you need to make a
Sub.
you need to make a Amazon wish list for your subs to buy you lube.
Yes.
Oh.
Spending $100 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Just
Just
purely
lube.
on purely on
pure
lube.
lube.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget, if you want to be featured, your comment on the next episode, make sure you do leave something interesting, funny, and something worthwhile for us to read out in the next episode. So yeah. See
Yes,
you
sir.
later. Bye.
Adios. Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Bye.